I think rocks rock. Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, hoping that you are having a great day. And in today's video, I wanted to sit back, relax, and talk about passive hobbies. You see, I think having a hobby is important for just about everyone, and that probably everybody on the planet has a hobby. It's important to fill your free time up with some activity that you enjoy that is in some way productive or stimulating in one way or another. Whether it's hiking, playing video games, assembling models, bird watching. There's a long list of hobbies in existence. But there's also hobbies that don't involve a whole lot of activity on your end, besides some introspection and thought. And my example of a passive hobby is rock collecting. You see, I do like to hike from time to time. I like to get outdoors and journey around on trails and local parks from time to time. And not just on hiking, but even when I'm just walking around enjoying my day, going to work or moving around town, I like to keep an eye out, because if you keep your eye out, you'll find that there's all kinds of cool rocks out there that are just really neat, really worth picking up. And I call this a passive hobby because when I'm going around and I do collect rocks, I got plenty of examples. This little tiny thing right here. When I'm going around and I'm collecting rocks is not the thing I set out to do. You know, I pick out a rock while I'm walking doing something else, or as I'm on a hike. The hike was the purpose of the activity, not collecting rocks. You know, a passive hobby such as collecting rocks, watching a movie. That's a very loud truck. Maybe a motorcycle. I don't know. A passive hobby is something you just kind of do without putting any real effort into it. And there's no shame in doing something just to enjoy it. I know there's going to be at least one person out there who thinks, well, just watching YouTube, that's my passive hobby. And yeah, for some people, just sitting around on YouTube for hours on end and just watching whatever video that comes up on your feed can be your passive hobby. I don't think your only hobby should be passive, though. I do firmly believe that you should have a stimulating hobby in some way, whether it's physically or mentally stimulating. Playing a video game and getting better at your hand-eye coordination and reaction times, for instance, or exercising, jumping jacks, doing push-ups. In some way, you should have a hobby, an interest that is improving you in some way, but also just don't balk it. Just relaxing, that's the word, reactions. Don't balk at the idea of just enjoying whatever it is that comes your way. And this video, this conversation is just to remind people that, you know, there's a lot of fun that can be found in the small, easy to forget moments in your life, because you can be wandering around doing something in your day-to-day activity and not looking around you, not seeing what's around you, and you can kind of forget that there's a lot of beauty out there in the world. One of the rocks just dropped. You can forget that there is a lot out there that's really nice to look at. It might be hard for the camera to pick up, but this is a beautiful little rock. I think it looks great. And that's why I pick them up, because rocks are a perfect example of nature's beauty in physical form that you can just pick up and take home with you. The government doesn't want you to know this, but you can just pick up the rocks. I currently own 30,000 rocks. And sometimes once you have gotten into the hang of just doing something for the sake of it, some decisions become kind of second nature. Like, you'll do it without a second thought. Like, if you're not into collecting rocks, then the idea of carrying home a several pound stone just because you think it kind of looks nice, it would never occur to you. But I see this thing, this beautiful bastard. I saw this thing on a hike once. I carried it 3 miles just so that I could keep it. I thought it was beautiful. And if you're not into collecting rocks, obviously you just see this on the side of the path and go, oh, that's kind of neat, and move on with your day. But I saw it, I liked it, and I had to have it. And there's going to be people who have that kind of response for something else in their life. It's not going to be rock collecting. Maybe there's people out there who like harvesting moss or mushrooms and turning them into some kind of terrarium at home, you know. Collect moss in the woods and replant it at your own house. That's maybe not completely passive because you are replanting it, but you get the picture. You get what I'm trying to say. You know, it's just something that I think is easy to kind of gloss over in your life, but it is there and it's a part of your life and it's something that brings people joy. Now, whether you've thought about it or not, most people do have a passive hobby in some aspect. Like I said, YouTube watching videos or watching TV shows or movies or whatever, that counts. That totally counts. Just watching it to enjoy it, not watching it to critically analyze it and break it down, all the interactions with the characters and the plot or anything. It's totally fine just to watch a film just for the sake of enjoying it. You don't have to be a hyper-analytical critic whenever you're turning the TV on. You can just enjoy what you enjoy. And there's people out there that forget that. Not everything has to be a analytical breakdown. Not everything has to be a 4-hour video essay on why Reservoir Dogs is the best film of all time. I'm going to regret saying that now because immediately after recording this, I'm going to look on YouTube and there's going to be a 4-hour Reservoir Dogs video essay somewhere. And whoever made that video is going to kill me. What I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, just enjoy what you enjoy. Never let somebody else tell you that any hobby you have is not worth your time, because if it brings you joy in some way, it's probably worth your time. Now, if someone's telling you that you're spending too much time on your hobby, if you're spending too much time out in the woods collecting rocks or too much time browsing the YouTubes, they might have a point. It is unhealthy to get super obsessed with one thing or to spend a lot of time doing one thing that isn't very productive. But there's also value to be had in just enjoying yourself. So that's all I've got. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, follow all the jazz, and leave a comment. Algorithm, help me out. I'll see you guys next time. As a bonus challenge, if you can guess how much this rock weighs, you win a prize. The prize is that I like your comment.